This is so random. I've never done a live at late at night, but be a good idea for you guys to ask some questions, because I feel like these Q&As just like never get answered ever. Because I'm too freaking, I get really bored actually. I answer like 1,000 questions and I'm like, ugh. So yeah. Oh, there's already some hate. How's everyone like, oh, let's go live. Yeah, so anyway, so like a lot of my fan base at the moment is UK, and you guys are on like a wildly different time difference to me. So I feel like it's, yeah, it's not very fair for me to just be... Alright, I'm going to try and answer some of these questions. Alright, do I regret going on maths? Jeez, you think I'd say yes to this because like, I just got the shit end of the stick. But no, I don't. You know what? It taught me like a lot about myself. It taught me, you know, that the whole world doesn't revolve around me, and that a lot of the choices I make are shit and they can actually hurt people. And I think I was really naive going into it, and just like really self-absorbed. I just like didn't care about anyone else but me, and that sucks because yeah, as you guys got to see, like I hurt heaps of people. Dan and I are really good friends now. It took us a little while to get there, like as you know would any normal exes, but yeah, he and I are good. Well, there's so many questions. I didn't even realize there would be this many. Do you still talk to anybody from maths? Yeah, I do. I still talk to Dan. Tamara and I are good friends, as you guys would all probably be a little bit surprised about. I still talk to Nick. I still talk to, you know, Martha. I'm still really good friends with, you know, like I talk to Mel here and there, and Mike and I are good friends. It's just, you know, once you come off a TV show, I feel like you'll go back to your normal lives and your normal work and your normal friends, and nobody really, it's hard to sort of, you know, stay like as close as you were on the show as like besties. There's so many questions. I so did not expect this to happen, so give me a second. Do you regret being with Dan, or was it the right choice, do you reckon? No, I don't regret being with Dan at all. I had a lot of strong emotions towards him. I moved over to Queensland for him. So guys from the UK, like Perth and the Queensland, are about a 5-hour plane ride. It's about a 5-hour plane ride. Moved my whole life here, and you know, it didn't work out, but you know, I have built a life here and I'm happy. I'm around like some really good family members, and I've made like great friends here and great, you know, life choices that I probably wouldn't have made if I stayed where I was. And it taught me a lot. So that's good. I might try to read all these questions and then also read what you guys are saying. How much of the show is staged? I get asked this heaps. Is the show scripted? Is it staged? I would love to sit here and say, yeah, it was all set up and I had nothing to do with it. It's not staged, but it is just highly edited. So like a lot of like the nice parts of me or the fun bits of me would just get thrown on the cutting room floor, because I at the time was, you know, the villain who was just husband stealing. So yeah, it's not staged, it's just really, really edited, which is kind of crappy, but you know, that's fine. You have built up so many women on this platform. Thank you for using your voice for good. Thank you. Do you know what? Surprisingly, a lot of girls and women message me saying, you know, you gave me the strength to sort of leave the relationship that I was in, because I watched you go for what you wanted and you weren't going to settle until you were happy. And a lot of people aren't happy in their current relationship, and they just need that little push to go, you know what, like, just, you're going to live, you know, another 20, 30 years, 40 years, you may as well just be happy. So yeah, thank you. I'm glad that you guys can see a little bit of positivity from my actions. Did you patch things up with Mick as friends? So I was at the pub, like, I think 2 months after they shown on TV that I'd swapped, and Mick and I had not spoken since that night. We hadn't even had a word to one another. I didn't see him the second he walked out of that night. That was when Dan and I decided to swap. And anyway, I was sitting at the pub because I was having like a really bad day, because like who sits at the pub on their own when they're not having a bad day? And I seen like the reflection of the window, this guy, and I was like, holy shit, that looks like my ex-husband. And I was like, wait, that is my ex-husband. And I just hear like, how the bloody hell are you? And I was like, oh my God, if my day couldn't get any worse, I'm now going to have to deal with him. Like, I thought he'd be really angry and have a lot of like pent up resentment towards me. But he actually sat down with me, we had a beer, and we just sort of spoke about what happened. And he goes, you know what, Jess, from like my point of view, like out of everybody, you know, you've claimed, you know, you didn't try to blame producers. You really owned your shit. Because I did, like I never try to sit there and pass like the blame onto anybody else. And he goes, I have a lot of respect for that. And he left, we took a photo, and we were like, you know, we're happy to win. That was it. Mick and I are never going to really, you know, be on like phone call like basis. But it was nice to, it was really nice to see him and sort of sort it out. So yeah. I'm just trying to get through all these questions. Sorry, guys. Who are you with now, or are you not with anyone? Yeah, obviously, like I have a partner now, and he's awesome. His name's Phil, which you guys would have seen in my story. Someone said Scott's asking you questions. I can't see him. Scott is, I do see this on here. Hello. But I don't get to see the questions he's asking me. Scott's awesome. So everyone's going to probably ask how we know each other. We did schoolies here in Australia. And he was just really cool. And he, you know, helped me a lot with sort of how to navigate this whole reality world, because it's like insane sometimes. Did you get paid on maths? Yeah, we did. But we got like $150 a day. So for anybody that had, you know, a mortgage or kids or anything big at home, like I have no idea how the hell they did it, because it's really not a lot of money. So yeah, so what happened with you and Dan? So Dan and I just, we broke up on live TV, which was, you know, just great. But we just, like if I knew Dan now, if I knew Dan back then how I know Dan now, like I would have just been his mate. Like he is an awesome guy, but he's just, you know, we just are two different people. And yeah, I don't think it was ever properly going to work on out in the real world like that, but yeah, he's cool. Are you okay now, or is there some bitterness? Thoughts on Samuel's video regarding maths and being scripted and such? Yeah, I haven't actually watched Sam's video, but I have heard of it, and I have seen some articles saying that we're all actors and we're all getting paid, and he was an actor and he was getting paid. I think that's like it's just like really shitty, and I think he's just trying to pass the blame, you know, for his actions and try to, in a way, try to like undo some of the damage that he's done. But whatever, that's fine. Do you still live with your brother? No, my brother's moved. He moved over to Perth to do some work, because he does mine work. So he's over there at the moment. I just was on the phone to him before actually, and he asked me if he was coming back anytime soon, but he's got a boxing match coming up and things going on, so he's just doing his thing. And you know what, like I love having him out of the house, because he is a messy piece of shit. So sorry Reese if you're watching. My magazine said you were moving to the UK. So I did see the article. I've had a few UK offers, and someone said, oh, would you move to the UK? And I said, obviously, if a major opportunity that came up that was life-changing, I would. But yeah, there's no plans to move anytime soon. I'm very happy here. And you know, I'm still, I mean, after 2.5 years after moving here, I'm still trying to settle. God, could you imagine me moving to like another country? It would take me forever to settle. Where is the best place to visit in Australia? Obviously my hometown Perth, but I love Queensland. You know, we have some really beautiful places here, like Cairns. We have our coral reef, and there's just so many amazing places here that you can go to. WA has amazing places as well. Everything's really scenic and beautiful here. It's probably got some of the best beaches you'll ever go to. and it's really clean. So better weather than in the UK. Yeah, well, I've been to the UK and like, yeah, I know what the weather's like. It's pretty sullen. What happened between you and Dan? I've just answered that. Are you and Martha still close? Look, we're not like best friends. We had a lot of like little spats after our season ended, but we've recently just made up at our most recent reunion that you guys, I think, will get to see soon. But you know, like, and everyone loved our friendship, and she's an awesome girl, and I'm very happy that her and Michael have, you know, lasted as long as they have, because it is very hard to come off a show and remain so good with your partner. But everyone just lives their own lives, you know, like everybody has like lives in separate states, they've got their own friends, they've got work, and yeah, you don't, it's very hard to try and maintain a relationship, let alone a friendship, off the show. So yeah, I have respect for her, but and she's a good girlfriend, but yeah, we're not like besties, as you guys would have seen on the show, which is normal. So guys are asking lots of questions about Cyrell. Look, I'm just like over that topic. I don't really want to be on my Instagram saying anything about it. I'm sure we just are both wanting to move on. You know, I think after the reunion is very clear that we just can't see eye to eye. You can tell how nervous I am doing this. I don't know why. But yeah, we're just not going to see eye to eye, and that's fine. And I just would rather talk about other things. So what plastic surgery have you had done? So I get asked this heaps. I actually haven't had plastic surgery done in a sense. I've just had cosmetic injections. The only plastic surgery I've had done is the fat graft that I had. So they took out some fat from the side of my thighs and injected it into my boobs. But other than that, I just had like my lips dissolved and redone, had my teeth done, and I've just had like some cheek filler and Botox. Other than that, I really haven't had much done to my face, like cosmetically, like under the knife. Are you feeling better after a kidney infection? Dude, I was dying from that. So I passed it off as the flu, because I would have like fever, hot and cold, you know, sweats, and like all my body was achy, you know, when you get like a flu. So I was like, oh, it's just that. And I haven't been sick in so long. And I laid in bed for like 3 days, I think it was. And once the fever had worn off, I still had like really bad back pain. And I was like, to Phil, I think maybe we should probably go to the ER today. And he was like straight away on it, because he just for ages was like, please, can you go to the hospital? Anyway, I went there and the doctors were like, it's so bad that like you're lucky you didn't do any damage. So yeah, my antibiotics have just finished and I'm feeling heaps better. I just went and had a drip done, like a vitamin drip done at our Belladonna in Burleigh here. So that made me feel heaps better, but I'm probably going to get another one soon. So do you feel the show made you out to be a bad person? You know what? I could totally pass the blame and try to say like, oh my God, they edited me to be such a piece of shit. But you know what? At the end of the day, like it was still my words. And even though they could have cut and, you know, pasted a lot of it to make it look a lot worse, I still said those things and I still did those things. It was nobody else's fault. It was me. So, I mean, yeah, look, I definitely got a rough edit, but I was not a nice person back then, you know? I watch myself back going to like, why are you even wondering why you're single? Because you kind of suck a lot, and how the hell is anyone going to love you when you very clearly do not love yourself? So it was a big learning curve for me. Oh, Davina's on here. Hi. Oh, I was supposed to, you know, I was so upset because I was supposed to go to Fernando's event the other weekend. I seen that you were there. That's when I was sick. And I was like, damn it. Like the one time I could have actually got to meet her. But well, I'm sure there'll be another thing that pops up soon. Was it awkward watching yourself on Mass? Yeah. And you know, it was even awkwarder knowing like my family and my, like, you know, older family friends were watching it, especially when I was sitting there just saying some like the most stupidest things. Like I think my dad rang me a few times going, what the hell, Jess? And I was like, Dad, I don't even remember saying it, so you can't blame me, all right? Would you ever consider I'm a celebrity? Look, I would consider any, like, I really want to open my salon here on the Gold Coast. Like, my main focus is to be that way with my business. But if a TV show did come up, I would want a show which doesn't, you know, which isn't so highly edited. So yeah, something that my personality could show you through. Are you happy for Mick now? He's found someone nice, genuine guy. Yeah, and his partner is super, you know, on the same like level playing field as him. Like, she loves being out on the farm and she loves getting down to the nitty gritty. And he found her really quite soon. Well, not quite soon, but, you know, quite you know, not too long after the show, and they've been very happy, and I'm glad. That's all I want, because he really does deserve it. He is a really genuine great guy. So I'm trying to like just read these. I probably look like a BCDM. Are you enjoying the UK's found fame? Geez, I don't know, because like UK trolls are crazy. You guys can be really mean, but like, as opposed to like, let's say I get 10 messages about, you know, 3 or 4 of them can be really negative, but then the others are real positive. So yeah, you guys are just a different type of fan base, I guess, and I think is really cool. You've all got really open-minded opinions, which I like. How come you're not out on a Friday night? So my partner has a broken leg. It's been broken now for about 5 weeks, and he's only just starting to learn to walk on it. So yeah, until he's better, I'm happy just to stay home, play house, make sure he eats properly and gets early nights and stuff, so he's healing properly. I think that's kind of like a happy relationship as well. You don't really want to be out, you know, partying and drinking. I'd much rather, my perfect Friday night is like all my friends over at my house and like having a couple drinks and like a barbecue and just like chilling, listening to music. I don't really like to go out anymore. I'm like old, but I'm not really. Would you do Love Island? No, I wouldn't do Love Island, because I don't know, like, first of all, I'm in a relationship, but like, second of all, I just am super jealous, and I could not sit there every time and just wonder if someone's going to pick my partner, because like, I would kick off. So no. Will you say a big hello to my dad, Kieran Coleman? Oh, hi, Kieran Coleman. He's a big fan of yours. That's cute. All right. If you had kids, what would you name them? I haven't really thought of guys like little boy names. I love the name Ava for a girl though. I think that's so cute. Did you ever meet Dan's kid? No, I didn't. I didn't meet him. Dan and I were going through like a lot of little problems, and his son was at a very young age, and children at that age are real impressionable. Their like brains are like sponges, and we both would have just hated if I'd met him and then it didn't work out, for him to just, you know, have met me, come into his life, and then just not there the next day. So yeah, Dan is very he's such a good dad. He's such a good dad like that, and yeah, I had a lot of respect for him in that sense. You two need your own reality show. Is that me and Phil? People say this a lot. Like, he and I are insane. Like, some of the conversations that come out between us, we're just like, what? I love your pink dress on Mass. Where did you get it from? I think is that the pink dress that had like different coloured pinks? That's from Tiger Mist online. Hey Jess, you're so pretty. What are your thoughts about this year's Maths? Thank you, Vanessa Gullants. Yeah, look, it's going to be pretty exciting. My housemate's actually on this season. So he has told me a few little things here and there, and it's going to be a good season. I think last season, you know, it was a really rough time for them to have filmed, and, you know, during COVID, they didn't get like all of the exposure that they should have, and it didn't really get the attention either. So I'm excited though for Channel 9 and for Maths to have such a great season this year. Ruby, the newbie, is that newbie? Me and my mum loved you on the show. Oh. Alright guys, look, I have only been doing this for like literally 20 minutes, and I'm already ready to jump off because I don't know, I just feel awkward just talking. I wish that I was doing like my cooking lives you guys love. And also, I just want to drink my drink, actually. And I don't really want to drink alcohol in here because everyone's like, oh, you're drinking. Your brother is so lush. Well, I mean, look, I can't really say I agree, but he's a nice guy. Alright guys, so I'm going to jump off. I think I might try and do a Q&A with you guys like around this time, even though it's very late for like my Australian, the Australian base here. I feel like you guys kind of miss out. Can you say happy first wedding anniversary to my daughter Shelley in Sydney? Oh, that's awesome. How exciting. Has maths changed your view of wanting to get married in the future? No. Because I feel like when you get married or when you're with a partner, like you're actually with them because you want to be. Like not just because, you know, a whole bunch of experts are like, oh, you guys will totally match and let's be together. Miss Alex Cole. Jess. Hi. Sophia Connell said, can you please say hi to Jimmy? Are you still living in Perth? No, I'm not. I live on the Gold Coast and I have since the show ended. I've lived here for 2.5 years now and I love it. I do miss home, but you know, Belgium loves you. Thank you so much. It's exciting. I didn't even know you guys were getting this show. That's awesome. Gemma Mackerel, say hi. Oh, hi. So I always feel silly doing this. What time is it there? It's 10:48. So like Phil's in the studio and I'm super bored. And I just feel bad ever going in there and being like, get out of the studio. Gets his like all of his creative juices going, you know, and he'll stay there for hours. But like, what am I supposed to do? We're too dependent on each other. You know what? Since his leg being broken has probably been like the biggest blessing and also the biggest curse, because it really brought us like closer together faster. We got to learn about each other really, you know, really quickly. But now I think once his leg's better and he's like out and about and doing things, I'll be like, where are you going? What are you doing? Oh, we're on our own. Like, ew, come back to me. But yeah, so I'm going to jump off. It was so good to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for all your questions and for watching. And I know you guys don't want to leave, but I need to go and just probably like have a bath and chill the F out. I went to Lush the other day and got a whole new bunch of bath bombs. So thanks guys.